YouTube. Hey friends, Justin here. How have you guys been? When I tell you it has seriously been too long since I've checked in and said hi and seen how you guys are, I've just been busy, you know. Bought a new place earlier this year, so, still settling, getting the place together. But, that's one thing I'm really proud of. Not filming in a dark, dingy place. And every time I think of filming, I say, well, this isn't put together yet. This isn't, I want to be able to do a tour and all that stuff. And I'm like, who are you, Mr. Beast? You know what I mean? Just get on and chat. How was your week? How was your week? It's Friday, and we made it through another week. I think once you and I hang up, I'm gonna go get a drink. It's been a hectic week. A lot of folks, a lot of movement at my job. A lot of things are in flux, unstable, etc., etc. And so, as an old friend once said, I need a drink to think. What else has been going on? Yeah, this week has just been a week. Late last week, I paid a bill that was close to $4,000. So that took a lot of wind out of my sails, as I'm sure you understand. I'm a Temu-holic, and I've got a bunch of stuff here, clothing. I've got stuff to show you guys, and so I've got to really scale back and slow down on my Temu. And I had a bad experience with my last Temu order. I didn't get it. So I track, and I don't know if you guys are like me, but I track my orders like a hawk. I am on that app. I'm on the USPS website, or whoever happens to be the shipper. So, they tell you basically that date, you can expect delivery today. I peeked out of the window, So finally at 7:30 p.m., they marked it as delivered. I run downstairs and I'm excited. I'm going to, unbox my Temu package, and it's not out there. There's a little bit of confusion with some of the numbers. Where I live in, let's say, unit number 3, and then there's also a building 3 within the community. So I said, you know what? I'm going to walk over to building 3 and pick up my package. It'll be sitting out front, on someone's porch. No dice. And so that order was about $130, including shipping. And so, it was kind of a bummer. It had some really fun stuff in it, like some parachute pants, some really fun stuff that I was really looking forward to. Some sandals, some designer dupe t-shirts, a bracelet, a clover bracelet. It was a designer dupe. And so I had some fun stuff coming, and I think clothes and jewelry, I think somebody saw some of that stuff or whatever and said, I'm taking this home with me. I can tell that there's maybe something of value. And of course, this is Temu stuff, so the stuff is $6 and $7 at most a piece. So they didn't get much, whoever decided to walk with my package, but I didn't get it. Temu was pretty good about responding to the issue. They ended up reshipping most of the items, refunding the ones that were out of stock. I didn't get my last Temu order. I have another 2 on their way, so more to come there. But yeah, it was a bummer. Another thing about Temu is that I watched Twisted Gypsy. If you guys have never checked out Twisted Gypsy, she is a ball of fun. I love her positivity. I love all of her videos. But she says, you know what, I've gotten some free items from playing some of the games. And so I've gone in and I've tried to play this Fishland game. Write down in the comments below if you guys have tried to play this Fishland game. I'm done with it. I've been playing it for about 2 weeks. The closer you get to 100%, because you've got to, move this dial along up to 100%, your progress just gets slower and slower and slower. And from what I can see, it's going to take me 17 or 18 days from now to even crack this code. And so for my free items, I had thrown in, I think, a pair of graffiti jeans and then like an Apple Watch dupe that was like $13. And so I think the total was a total of $30. And I've gotten to the point where I'm like, this just isn't worth my time. Remembering, waking up sometimes at 1 a.m. playing feeding these fish. Anyway, my experiment with the fish hasn't, with the games on Temu hasn't worked out. I haven't also been placing orders at the same time, which, might be the thing. Another thing, I'm going to get to some of these Temu items and show you, but one other quick thing before. I've been having some car things, car issues and stuff like that. And I have lately been using mobile mechanics. Now, years ago, it wasn't a thing. And then years ago, it was not a thing that I would have done. I grew up in the Midwest, and the common wisdom was dealer. You take it to the dealer or the closest thing to it for quote-unquote reputable work. But as we know, guys, and talk to me about the auto repairs and this stuff, it's too damn expensive. They want too much money, and their schedules are packed to the gills. You can't get in there and get an appointment. You're without your car for 4 or 5 days. Forget it. I found a mobile mechanic. He came to my house, looked under my hood, saw what brakes I needed, saw what fuses I needed for some tail lights, went to O'Reilly's Auto Parts, or maybe where you are, you just have AutoZone or whatever. Got the pieces, came back. I was in and out of some serious not serious, but some car repairs within 2.5, 3 hours from me contacting the service. I didn't have to call ahead and schedule an appointment. They sent a person right out. Anyway, I share that as just an awareness that I have tried that, mobile mechanic service. It was way cheaper than a brick and mortar place. And I was really pleased, so far with the service. I'll keep you posted. But yeah, I moved, guys. I bought a kind of a industrial loft condo. I'm going to keep you guys in suspense a little bit until the next video, and I'll do a house tour. But I bought an industrial loft in the North Dallas area. Really nice area and kind of a village. So there's a lot of shops and restaurants, and like I said, when you and I hang up, I'm going to go and grab a drink over in the village. But I really love the area. I'm really liking the unit, and it's almost done. The previous owners rehabbed the place and made a lot of updates, and it's almost complete. So I'm going to put my finishing touches on the place, and I'm looking forward to doing that. And so I'll show you guys kind of the before, any serious work is done. Because basically all I've done is moved, bought a few knickknacks here and there, but basically just moved the furniture that I had from my old place and tried to configure it and stretch it as much as I can to fit, the larger dimensions of this spot. But so, in decorating, I've been on Temu, trying to stay within a reasonable budget. Some things have been hits, some things have been misses. I bought this. Their art prints their fabrics, the materials that they use on Temu are always very hit or miss. You're probably not going to get a good sense of the colors here, but I bought this like antique, old-fashioned Mexican themed print that I plan to get matted because it's kind of got like a vintagey thing to it. And it may be an artwork that I hang up in my entryway. I've got kind of some space in my entryway where I can put some artwork. And so I bought that. Every time I see someone with a loft, they have those. And I have a coat closet, so it's not that this was a need, but these things were like $2 or $3 on Temu, and so I'm like, I'll take it. Every time I see someone with a loft, they have these wall hooks in their entryway, and I hope to recreate that. I don't want to blast your ears. Let me see if one is more open than the other. Yeah, I think this one is. So basically, on each one, there are 4. It's a heartbeat pattern, but they're 4 wall hooks where you can hang your bags and, you know. Another item I'm going to show you, I bought an apron on Temu. You know, items that you want towards either your kitchen or your front entryway. And so I bought 2 of them to go next to one another to take up a little bit of space on the wall. And I just thought that was interesting. Don't you guys think it modern and kind of an interesting thing? And it was, you know, I don't have the prices on the top of my head, but it was no more than like $3. So I thought that was cool. And I hate when people crinkle wrappers in the Temu video, so I'm trying to be as silent as possible. I am hitting and missing. I'm striking out on trying to find pillow covers. And I think I'm done with Temu in terms of pillow covers because, like we were talking about, their fabrics, I think with the pillow covers, I don't know, they've been hit or miss. Either the fabric is bad or the fabric is good and the print is tacky. I'll give you a couple of examples. So I love the Southwestern print. I have a huge 30-foot green wall behind me that you guys will see. Can't wait to show you guys. But I wanted to perhaps do, and this is the theme right now, this kind of Southwest theme. Love these kind of patterns. You know, it's Aztec, it's Southwestern, it's et cetera, kind of Mexican themed, desert, Arizona, blah 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 blah. I don't like the fact that all of their prints are mostly one-sided, mostly, because the other example I have is a two-sided and a different fabric. But the fabric is, I don't know if it's photographing in an attractive way, but it is maybe harder or a little bit more coarse and not as soft as I would absolutely like. I don't know if any of these angles, you know, can give you a sense of that kind of burlap sack material that I just don't love. And the fact that it's not double printed, you know, the price is right for $2 or $3, but what do you guys think? You know, if you stage it right, you know, if you stage the pillow right, which you can't really do with the material, do the chopping, but if you stage it right, it's a pretty pillow. Just the material is more papery than I thought. So then I went in another direction, and they just, the color, don't judge me based on this, but I saw this horse print, and I had to have them. Here's another example with a pillow that's a little bit more full, but a different print. Now the prints, you know, even as I'm showing them to you, they're pretty. But the orange, you know, the Sunny Delight orange color is not the color that I thought it was. This is kind of, now here on video, it's showing up really yellow, like a Roman, really pretty peachy color. But in person, it's very, very pumpkin orange. And so it is a velvet soft material, just beautiful, soft, lovely to lay on. That print is good material. I don't worry about it ripping or anything like that. But the coloring is just tacky for my space. Might work for some other people. So if you have, more of a casual decor, not modern, maybe they do sell, but look in the description for the velvet material. They're the same price. So for the hooks, I bought, I'll try it on for you because I think it looks better on. I bought an apron. You have a new place, you have a kitchen. It's nice looking, huh? And you just tie it in the back, you put your arms through the loops, what have you, and it's pretty. You can obviously adjust the size, and I like it. Now it is more of a plasticky, which doesn't do it complete justice, but it is more of a artificial material than I would like. But the look is there, it does the trick, and it couldn't have been more than $6 and something. So I'm happy with it. A little bit of branding there at the bottom, which you can hardly see, but that Temu branding. So I'm happy with that. Haven't even used it yet. I've been in this place for about 3 months. Haven't used it yet. Then another thing I bought was a kimono. Isn't that fun? Now, it's not the greatest material. I think I'm going to probably put it back in the dryer again a few more times. But if you're hanging around the house, and especially in the summertime, because I don't know about you guys, but I love a bathrobe. If you guys have watched my historical videos, then you'll know I'm a bathrobe, aficionado. But in the summertime here in Dallas, it's 300 degrees, and so this kind of thing could be an alternative. I don't love the material; it's a little bit thinner and less substantial than I would personally love, but it's advertised as kind of like a silk kimono for men. And so this doesn't have any ties on it. Some of them on there do. So this is supposed to be worn pretty casually. And, I think I may get some use out of it. Either hanging around the house or running some very close errands. But you obviously wouldn't wear it far. Next, stay right where you are. Stay right where you are. Okay, this one is fun. I bought this sheer, and this fun. It reminds me of clubbing in New York in the 90s. This sheer. I'm not going to try it on because it's a hassle. If you've ever worn one of these sheer tops before. But it is beautiful, and it dresses up things pretty nicely. It looks like a wild, like a topless, you'd wear it sheerly, but you can wear it with other things, and it actually dresses certain things up. Haven't worn it yet. You buy these things and then you can't find the occasion to wear it. But I just thought, I'm getting one of those tops, that the folks wear. I don't have the shoes, the new platforms or anything to go with it. But isn't it fun? I saw it on there for $5, and I'm like, here's my opportunity to get one of these tops. Last but not least, I want to show you is this one here. I think it's photographing really, really beautifully. It is And you know, I'll try it on for you here. It's a little silkier than I would prefer, but it is a beautiful top, kind of, you know, vacation top. So if you're middle-aged and you're moving into Hawaiian shirts and, you know, things like that, you see the inside does not continue the material, so it's like a printed on, you know, print, if you understand the difference. And so with this, you probably, I would want a little stiffer material, a little more cottony material, but isn't it, it's a beautiful top. It's a beautiful top. Can you imagine on vacation? You know, you're laying out, and you know what, as I'm trying this on for you guys, I'm falling in love with it even more. It was about $8 on Temu. If you've got a husband, you know, if you know, you might even like to wear a pretty shirt like this. I like this. I'm gonna wear this to. You guys think I could wear this to dinner one day? Because, you know, sometimes it's a fine line sometimes, guys, between you know, Halloween costume stuff and stuff that you really want to wear out. Like, for example, this for me kind of walks the line between, you know, kind of a gimmicky thing that I bought on a whim versus something that I would really practically wear out. But I really am digging this. It kind of reminds me of Ed Hardy, and I'm really, you know, kind of in a retro thing right now. So, but I just thought I'd jump on and say hi, see how you guys are doing. This video is already 22 minutes, so I'm not going to keep you all day. But I'm doing great. Next time we check in, I'll give you a little house tour so you can see the bones of the unit that I'm in. Things are well. And just like that, the Sex and the City reboot is up and running. I've only seen one episode, so no spoil. You know, nobody spoil it if any of you guys were watching last season with me. I watched episode 1, loved it. It got me engaged again. Reservation Dogs episode 1, August 2nd. It's coming up in just a few days. And things are well. We'll continue to check in, but I wanted to say hi, show you some of my Temu items, and I really like this shirt. What do you guys think? Tell me what you think. Drop your comments down below, and until our next chat, have a great weekend. It was so nice to catch up with you, and I'll talk with you soon.